Have you ever walked into a room lately and felt entirely unseen? It's a strange phenomenon that no one warns you about. You hit 50, and suddenly it feels like the world's gaze gently shifts right past you. Society loves to celebrate the youth, the potential, the fresh beginnings of our 20s, but as the candles add up on our cakes, the media grows quieter. The cultural narrative implies that our peak has passed, and that it's time to quietly step to the sidelines. It's a feeling that can make you question your relevance, your beauty, and your worth. But I am here to tell you that what society tries to label as becoming invisible is actually the greatest trick ever played on us. Because when you stop being watched by the world, you stop living for the world. That invisibility, it isn't a fading out, it is a shedding of everyone else's expectations. Think about it, in our 20s, we were consumed by potential, but we were also consumed by a desperate need for external validation. We were trying to please the boss, find the partner, fit the mold, and keep everyone else happy. It was a decade of hypervisibility, yes, but it was driven by external expectations. But a funny thing happens when the spotlight fades. By the time you reach your 50s, you realize you don't need to audition anymore. The guesswork is over. You know exactly who you are, what you bring to the table, and most importantly, what you are no longer willing to tolerate. A woman in her 20s has potential, but a woman in her 50s has proof. She has an archive of survival, a masterclass in resilience, and an unshakable sense of self that can only be earned through time. This is why the narrative of the invisible woman is so deeply flawed. You aren't fading out, you are stepping into your sovereignty. Society may look past you because you are no longer easily manipulated by its trends or its criticism. You have become too strong to cater to the crowd, and that doesn't make you invisible. It makes you powerful. There are 3 distinct pillars that make a woman in her 50s an absolute powerhouse. The first is unshakable boundaries. In our younger years, no was a terrifying word. We wrapped it in apologies, excuses, and explanations because we were terrified of letting people down. But at 50, you realize that no is a complete sentence. You no longer waste precious emotional currency on toxic dynamics, unnecessary drama, or people-pleasing. You protect your peace like the non-renewable resource it is. This efficiency of energy doesn't make you cold. It makes you incredibly potent. The second pillar is emotional sovereignty. For decades, you may have outsourced your self-worth, letting the opinions of partners, family, or society dictate how you felt about yourself. But the greatest gift of maturity is that your validation now comes strictly from within. Your self-worth is no longer up for negotiation. When you walk into a room, you are no longer wondering if they like you. You are wondering if you like them. You have built an internal sanctuary that no outside criticism can tear down. The third and most profound pillar is the blueprint of resilience. A woman in her 20s is standing at the base of the mountain, looking up at the unknown. But you have already climbed it. You have navigated the unexpected detours, broken generational cycles, survived the heartbreaks, and rebuilt your life from the ground up before. You carry an entire archive of street smarts, intuition, and wisdom in your bones. You aren't guessing your way through life anymore. You are the blueprint. You are the expert. And that makes you invaluable to a world that desperately needs grounded leadership. So, let the world look past you if it wants to, because while they are busy looking for youth, you are busy building an empire of peace, wisdom, and unapologetic joy. You are not fading out, you are stepping up. Your 50s are not the end of the story, they are the beginning of your absolute prime. This is the decade where you finally get to play by your own rules, use your voice without permission, and close doors that no longer lead to your peace. If you felt a spark in your soul while listening to this today, consider this your official invitation to stop apologizing for taking up space. It is time to step into your power. If you are ready to claim your second act, please subscribe and join our community of women who are redefining what it means to grow older, wiser, and infinitely more fabulous. Leave a comment below sharing the one boundary you are choosing to set for yourself this week. Welcome back to 50 Female and Fabulous. Thank you for being here. Remember, you are the blueprint. Until next time, take care of your peace.